Hey guys, it's Zach Moore, aka BlueSpartan107 here. We are going back to Everlasting Summer, and we are on day 4. And there was a bit of lag there again. I guess it should be expected. So let's go ahead and see how this day turns out. Yeah, that's a hellish jingling inside our head indeed. That's a weird way to start. Or it's an alarm clock. Definitely your consciousness. Yep. It's your alarm clock. The very standard alarm clock. Strange. Where did it come from? Why is it standing near my bed? Maybe it's Olga. Maybe she just wants you to wake up early. It was 7:30 according to the clock. Olga had already left and there was nobody to force me into coming to the lineup. Thus, I can sleep a bit more. You and your sleep, man. Closed my eyes, but it seemed like my consciousness already had its coffee and was ready for a long, productive day. I need to get up. Your consciousness had the right idea. I should plan my day out. After all, I need to find out at least something today. Still nothing came to my head. Fine, I need to wake up completely and wash myself. On my way to the washstands, I met Semyon. What got you up so early? Anything wrong with being up early? Why do you always have to be so snippy with me, lady? No, nothing, just being curious. None of your business. What? Gosh, she isn't really sympathetic, even in a good mood. But today she just looked curious. So. Cold water cheered me up, fog in my head dissipated, and my thoughts started arranging themselves. Curiously, I started to worry about occupying a good place in the canteen more than about finding answers. Brushed my teeth and was going to leave when a quiet walk passed my ears. Probably a squirrel or some other animal. Heard another walk, this time a bit farther. Walked 10 meters along the path, searching for the source. Nobody! Just the morning forest. That's very, very odd. Oh, also, you guys like my new water bottle? My first one broke after the playthrough. So, I returned to the washstands and saw Miku, who was looking for something in the grass. Well, noticing me, she smiled and jumped up to me. Oh, hello. Good morning. I accidentally scattered my tooth powder. Just trying to gather it all back. Really? You're trying to gather tooth powder back off the ground? Dude, grass didn't seem to be helping her exactly. Sure that's a good idea? See, even Semyon agrees with me. Well, why? What else can I do? I don't have any more. It was my last. Out as a child who just had her favorite toy taken from her. Here, I'll give you mine, and take it in your bag. No toothpaste there. No tooth powder there either. Strange. Didn't I just put it there? I walked away for just a minute, and now it's gone. Listen, it looks like I've forgotten it. Yes, good idea. Don't tell her it just went missing. Knowing the sensitivity of this girl, it was safe to assume that the vanishing household chemicals would impress her so much that her brain would reset itself in order to avoid overheating. Well, I'll go. Yeah, cheers. Business. I mean, me in the music club. I'm sitting alone there, but Okay. Her voice faded in freshness of a summer morning far behind me. Getting back to the leader's camp, I took my cell phone and looked at the battery meter. Enough power for a day, maybe even less. Of course, it won't help me much in here, but still, I'm charging it from the 80s means inventing it. I was going to head for breakfast when somebody knocked on the door. Oh, hello. Zelina. Good morning. Yeah, good. Oh, you were taken aback, man. Really? The events of the previous day were still fresh in my memory, but I didn't really want to speak about them. Why not? Are you that much of a coward? If something happened, don't you think you should talk about her? Whatever. I'll read your line. You are probably looking for Olga, aren't you? Well, no. I mean, yes. Okay, she's her usual self, shy and easily embarrassed. That dance on the pier now seemed no more than a dream. She's not here, I'm sorry. Okay then. I'll go. Okay. Yes, that's definitely too cold. Even I wouldn't do that. Jesus Christ, man. No matter how much you seem like me, there's those moments where I'm like, you're being not like me. Which is good, but it's also bad, because then I start going like, oh, I would have done this, I would have done that. And this game is about you, yes, but I have to admit, you and I, Semyon, we have some really good similarities. Still, regardless of everything, morning was shining beautiful. Well, I just stare at the same slide all the time, so I don't know. Bright sun was shining over the lost in space and time pioneer camp called Semyon, warming its tenants and filling them with energy to spend the day productively. Or in my case, to waste it in futile efforts to find an explanation for everything happening here. There was an unusual crowd near the canteen. Of course, there was no other place in the camp that pioneers loved as much as the canteen, but why crowd at the porch? I came closer to find out what was going on. It's like all the camp gathered at the porch. They were all the familiar girls, Olga, and Electronic. We were having a lively discussion. I drew closer. Okay, let's see what this is all about. Ah, Semyon! Again, with Olga going like that. Have you seen Shuri today? Nope, what's the matter? We can't find him since the early morning. Disappearance of pioneers. Well, that's something new. But he was with you yesterday? Okay, she's talking to Electronic. For a second I thought she was talking to me, because the only person I was with yesterday after the party was Lena, and that's because we had to do the hospital and the infirmary stuff, and then we had to, well, we went to the pier. So, yes, he was. So you woke up this morning and he wasn't seen anywhere near? No? Why didn't you come to me immediately? Well, I thought that he got up earlier and went for water procedures or something. Didn't he mention anything yesterday? There's Slavia, she just pops up. Hello, by the way. For example, that he's going somewhere, for instance? Sorry guys, you know, still kind of tired because my sleep schedule is sometimes pretty wacky. So, nope. What exactly is so horrifying about that? It's only 9 a.m. He might have decided to go for a walk. And why are you looking at me like that? Obviously I don't. I didn't join his stupid club. All I know is he kind of looks like me when I actually have hair. When it was blonde too, with this brown now. Oh, come on. Of course I don't. But I didn't see anything suspicious in that situation. Okay, let's stop panicking. We'll find him. How did he miss breakfast? And there's, of course, little Olana. Olana. Yeah, I was saying that name right earlier tonight. Exactly, time to eat anyway. Wow. They're all going into the canteen. Again, I had no choice where to stick in. The only three places were at the table with Alyssa and Olana. Ah, crap. Stuck with the troublemakers. Take a seat. Yeah, I have no choice in this matter. So, yeah, I've got to sit down. Aren't you gonna grab your food? Good idea! I haven't thought about that. It didn't look different from yesterday's, but it looked more appetizing. Okay. Or maybe I was just very hungry. I ate quite a bit for dinner tonight, so I'm good. Maybe I was eager to finish off as soon as possible to evade yet another of Olana's pranks. Wanted to go to the beach with us today? When? Right after the breakfast. Generally speaking, entertainment wasn't on my agenda today, but if I was going to spend time thinking, why shouldn't I do it while getting the suntan? Sure, why not? Oh, cool. Bet you're planning another prank? No, not at all. Are you sure about that, little girl? Sure thing, Alyssa says. And grins. She's all like that. No way. I'm doing all these at night too, so. Semyon says, I think she's right. Nobody doubts. Okay, goodbye. Bon appetit. She said in such a way which left no doubts. Nothing good awaits me today at the beach. So now we're stuck with the bitch. Which she obviously has some kind of nice side to her, and she pouts. But I think that's because she wants something from me. You know, I guess I shouldn't be going with you after all. Why is that? Well, I've got something to do. And what exactly would that be? I don't even have a swimsuit. Or, in this case, swimsuit. Just a note, if you guys do try to fix up the code, swimsuit with, there's an I before the U, not before the U, after the U, before the T. I was gonna give you guys some bad advice there, a little bit bad. Try mine. No! No! What? No, don't say that. You think it will fit me? No! It's a girl's suit. Don't tell me to give it a try. Exactly, I don't think it's worth it. I can't be Jim Carrey and walk around in a girl's swimsuit, okay? I know he's done it. That's because he's awesome and he knows how to take the pain. But I can't do that. I just can't. I don't think Semyon could do it. Could do it too. And don't call me a wimp. Fine, we'll see if you can find swimming trunks. Although, okay, wait at the canteen. I'll be back soon. Okay. There's nothing bad waiting for her, is it? Oh, there probably is. Finishing my breakfast, I left the building and sat on the stairs. Pioneers all having their own business were hurrying past me one by one. No one stopped by me. No one even looked in my direction. Seemed they didn't consider me a stranger, but exactly the opposite. Just another teenager of their age, their comrade, you can say. Caught myself thinking I had started to preside this camp and its inhabitants with not such a strong caution as on the first day. Maybe. Who knows? Indeed, Alyssa was back in a couple of minutes. We're ready? We're ready for what? Give me the trunks. No, you can hardly call it trunks. Like pink boxers ornamented with butterflies and flowers. They were actual boxers. I'm afraid to ask, where did you get this? Too scared to put it on? Oh, don't give me that kind of challenge. Well, you know, I have no slightest intention to. Yes! Something we finally agreed on. I appreciated her joke, but wasn't going to become a laughing stock. Oh! She's going into full rage mode. Put it on! You better put that back in your purse. Why don't you try it on instead of me? I think that the color of this bikini sets off your eyes very nice. Oh, yes. Oh, not another bet. No, just no. No. Alright, you go to the beach wearing it, or you swim naked. I'm gonna take option number C. I'm going to find trunks myself. I'm not taking those. Weighing the pros and cons, the second variant seemed even better than the first. I'm not planning to go anywhere at all. And I'll tell everyone that you left these trunks in my house. Really? Again? You're doing this bullshit? Why would I do that? How do I know? How can you even prove they're his? She bursted in laughter, eh? I didn't want to argue with Alyssa, so I decided to go to the beach in the end, but not in those glamorous trunks. Okay, I'll be there in 10 minutes. Don't be late. Why exactly am I going to the beach with these two again? Oh right, because Semyon said so. Semyon says, let's go to the beach for no fucking reason. I dragged my feet to the leader's cabin to get a towel and to find something like trunks. Look at that! Olga was there. So maybe we can ask her for some real swimming trunks? Semyon, did you hear something about Shuri? Same as half an hour ago. You going somewhere? Yeah, it's at the beach. Wait, do you have swimming trunks? You came here without any luggage, as I remember. Strange that this fact didn't surprise her during our first encounter. No. So what will you wear? Good question. What? I don't know. Wait a minute. Wow. She had usual black trunks inside one of her drawers. Where'd she get it? More importantly, why? Someone from the previous shift might have forgotten them. Considering all the strange things at this camp, I wasn't really surprised to find men's swimming trunks in Olga's room. Thanks. Trunks were just my size. Good for you. Good for you, Semyon. I got changed behind the cabin and went to the beach. Good. A lot of pioneers had already gathered there, but I knew only Alyssa and Ilana. Come here. Okay, you and your whatever you're wearing. I think it's like a sport bra or something. And then you, obviously, wearing the sluttier attire. I see you found something better. Yep. As you can see. Come on, let's swim. I don't want to. You're boring. Maybe later. Well, let's see if that actually happens. You're not a fan of swimming. Well, I can swim just fine. Not great. I don't think I could really, pull off an awesome situation where I swim and save someone's life, but I can swim. As you want. Goes right into the water. Why have I come here? Why am I not looking for answers? Didn't you say, like, in a few slides ago, you were going to, think about what to do to get answers while you're on the beach? Yeah, you probably should care about it now. Sylvia knock seems normal. Certainly a lot of strange things have happened to me during these 3.5 days, but not one of them, taken separately, seems like anything supernatural. What about the whole turning 17 again? Especially since I didn't get any closer to finding even a clue. Quite the opposite. Everything that has happened only confused me more. What alternatives do I have? Won't get any truth from local residents, though I doubt they even know it. Should I try to leave this place? But how far can I walk, considering that I don't even know where I am? Turns out my only option is to wait. Wow. Is that really your only option? After some time, the girls came back. Ilana held something in her hands. Look! It's a crayfish. A crayfish. Why? Plus, wouldn't that also give you, like, a clue of where you might be? Just a normal crayfish. Ilana lied next to me and started to torment it, and now you can get a clearer view, for anyone who actually likes her, of Alyssa's ass. Congratulations, guys. Leave the poor animal alone. Why? It's a crayfish. So what? It has a right to live too. I'll rip its claws off and ask the cook to boil it for dinner. Like we have nothing else to eat. Oh, it's Alyssa. It seemed she was totally not interested in her fun with a poor sea being. Tell her! What's wrong? It's a crayfish. It deserved it. Why? Give me a reason. Hey, give me a reason why this crayfish deserved it. Looked like the girl missed the lessons of nature studying in primary school and lacked care for the environment. Give it! Snatched a critter fish off the llama. As you wish. Don't give me that face, okay? That face is creepy. I know you're trying to make me feel bad. It's stealing the crayfish from you. I was a little surprised she didn't resist. It's in the eyes of the poor animal. Didn't express anything at all, but I thought that if it could speak, it certainly would be outraged. Maybe it would even go to the UN Convention of Human Rights. To tell the truth, I'm sure it would help. That's a good line. That is a really good line. You're a nice guy. I'll take the crayfish to the river and set it free. Never mind, I'll catch more. There are plenty of them here. See? No reason to do that, face in. Girl. No doubt about it. Listen, I was getting sleepy. You and me both, Semyon. But I'm standing up to do this whole thing because that's how I roll. Winning! I'm joking, guys, but, you know, I fell asleep. I didn't. I don't remember what I was dreaming about, if I was dreaming at all, but I woke up because someone shook my shoulder. And it's Olga in a bathing suit. Did you come to swim too? Still being half asleep? No. It is almost time for lunch and we still can't find Shuri. If you came to the beach in a swimming suit and you're not here to swim, are you just here to work on your tan while the entire camp searches for Shuri? Because, I mean, if you were like looking for Semyon to go like, hey, do you know anything else about Shuri? Did you hear anything? Then you wouldn't come in a bikini to the beach unless you were going to either swim or sunbathe. So why the hell are you here in a bikini? In a wet swimsuit. You were swimming! And? I want you to look for him. Seems like I'm the only pioneer in this camp. Story of my life, I say. The time it was getting clear that Olga considered me her bellhop with the function of a slave. Or vice versa. If I came to you, then I want you to help me. Hey, stop! You should just stop, okay? But seriously though, every day you ask me to do something. I don't see you asking anyone else. I don't see you asking like another random pioneer to go ahead and do something. You always ask Semyon. You always ask technically also me. So stop looking at me like that. Yeah, why exactly me? Why exactly Semyon? Why exactly Zach? BlueSpartan107 here. Why do we have to go look for this kid? However, after giving it some thought, I decided to agree. Alright, let's see why, Semyon. Let's see why. Roll my shoulders and back, got sunburned while I was sleeping, and searched for Shuri who would let me get acquainted with unexplored locations in the camp. Okay. Not exactly right to run around wearing only swimming trunks, so I should get changed first. Yes, we're finally gone from that image of her being all... really thirsty tonight. 10 minutes, stood outside Olga's cabin, deciding where to go. Let's see, we can go to the bus stop, we can go to the boathouse, we can go to the forest. We're at the camp. Cabin. Oh, I'll explain why these two hang out. They share a cabin. So, there are a lot of empty cabins here. How is it I got stuck with Olga? Are there just that many other kids? Or are these under renovation? Let's go to the forest. It's obvious that Olga with her pioneers are searching every nook and cranny of the camp. Roam the length and breadth of it. So probably it's not worth looking for Shurik in the canteen or on the beach. Or in the Cybernetics Club. There's a second home. Or maybe even his first. Thus it might be worth looking over the surrounding forest. I didn't plan to go far into the forest, otherwise it might be me who will be searched tomorrow. Didn't really visit the countryside often. I visited living in a country house every summer during my childhood. But that one was very close to the city. In this camp it was possible to find everything I didn't see for so long. Overwhelming vegetation, singing birds, and fresh air. Found in a meadow and sat on a stub. How peaceful this place is. But where in the world is Shurik? Actually, he could have gone missing against his own will. This camp is far from being normal, so pioneer disappearances would not come with something strange. It's intriguing. It is the work of that force which threw me here. I mean, is it the work of that force which threw me here? Or is it just some trivial local entities doing it? Lost my own thoughts, I didn't notice how the grass before me started moving. Watched closely and saw a squirrel. She approached me carefully and stood at my hands. Probably used to getting fed here. Sorry, friend, I don't have anything with me. Of course, the squirrel could not understand me and continued to just sit there, waiting for the treats. Felt sorry because I didn't have even a crumb of bread in my pocket. Realized I'm even ashamed to look it in the eyes and thus moved forward. Wow. After some more wandering, I came to the washstands. Oh. Turns out that he is not in that forest either. At least not in the surrounding area. Going farther is just frightening. Yes, going farther with this slide is just frightening. Walked to the washstands, took off my shirt, tried to wash myself because I was all sweaty. However, it wasn't so easy. Won't be able to get into the wash bowl, and there's not even a ladle. Not even a ladle. You're missing a T. Suddenly I heard footsteps from behind. I turned around, and it's electronic. Let's get this over with. Looking for Shurik? Yes. Me too? Me too. Listen, you know him better. Where could he go? Don't have a clue. Seriously? Well, I just don't understand why half everyone raised such a panic. During the night, wasn't he in the cabin with you? And he's absent for not so long. Maybe he went for a walk. You don't know Shurik. Don't be so excited. He is fanatically dedicated to his work. His life consists of robotics and cybernetics. People like him are 1 in a million. No, in a million. His talent is boundless. I admire him. He is a man of steel. And I'm fairly certain you might be gay for him. And I'm not using it as an insult or anything, but I'm just saying. That whole speech just showed that you might actually like him as more than a friend. More than a best friend. And since you're a picture, you are not listening to me, but the audience is looking at me talking. So let's just continue. No, simply victorious. At that moment, he looked like Hitler saying a speech in front of a crowd of thousands. Even his gestures matched. Okay, I'm gonna go now. That's what I would say. So what? Oh. You've got more to say then. So what? You don't understand, do you? No. He spends his all, don't you get it? All of his free time in our club. So disappearing just like that is unusual for him? Of course! Okay, yes, calm down, kid. Yes, okay. Look at me intently. You going to wash? Not really. Just rinse a little. It's hot. Me too. No. Wish it was a bucket or a ladle, something to get more water with. Yeah, I noticed already. Then let's do this. Walked behind washstands and pulled one of the taps. To my surprise, its end went up and the water wasn't pouring in the wash bowl, but spurted almost 90 degrees. You could manage to wash yourself that way. And I'm just gonna skip this. I don't want to see this. Exactly. Yeah. Run away. Let's run away. Yeah. Exactly. Round two to get that image out of my head. Oh. I almost forgot about that. And I decided to click on the forest. I'm an idiot. Did not want to see that scene. Oh, what's got into him? Like I said, I'm fairly certain he might be gay. Again, not an insult. Not that there's anything wrong with that, to quote Seinfeld. Because really, there isn't anything wrong with if a person's gay. It's just sometimes being around them when they're like just being themselves can seem pretty awkward to me. I'm not saying that it's bad that they're gay. I'm not saying that gays are abominations. I will never say stuff like that. Everyone's allowed to be who they want to be. You can be gay, straight, bi, you can be Christian, atheist, Muslim, Jewish. Just as long as you're a normal person and can treat people with respect, then I'm okay with you. So, you guys understand? It's just, that scene though, and that frame is just fucking weird. Maybe Shuri decided to pick up stones near the water. Worst case, I'll find his corpse. But I'm sure that it won't end up with this way. I was crossing the square when somebody called me. And it's Alyssa. Back in her sluttiness. Why are you saying wait? Why are you smiling? Yes, I immediately sense a trap. Where are you going? I'm searching for Shuri. Olga asked me. And how is it? Exciting? Not really. But, you know, Pioneer is missing. You are not freaking out because of such a minor happening. What do you mean? Only a few hours passed. Maybe he just lost track of time while having a walk. Certainly I had the same idea, but I had not shown that. Yes, that's true. But who knows what could have happened. Let me help you with it. With what? Exactly. In looking for Shuri. Oh, but I can do it. Oh, come on. Yeah, there's malevolence in that. Naturally, her smile was cute enough, but it really seemed to me like there was something behind it. Yeah. Well, if you insist, since I could not understand what's on her mind, I had no real reason to refuse. But before we go, I have to take one thing from home. Okay, I'll wait for you. You're actually serious about standing there? Let's go! Okay. Oh, yeah, this is new. Come to Alyssa's cabin. It'd be like all other cabins, if not the Jolly Roger at the door. By the way, Olana is my neighbor. Okay. And we entered the cabin. Complete chaos inside me reminded me of my old flat. Though why old? Generally, I would imagine the girls were different, with snow white sheets, walls, floors, the ceiling are shining, not a spot. But when it is considered that the two most exemplary pioneers are living here, you're just staying silent for some time. And what did you want to take? Huh? Seemed like I interrupted her thinking. Yeah, it's not here actually. Wait here, I'll be back in a minute. What the fuck did I get myself into this time? She seems really clumsy today. Began to examine the room. Wouldn't say there was an explosion, just a decent mess. Well, at least by looking at all this mess created in one pioneer shift, I can surely say I'm not the messiest person in the world. Decoration of my apartment took years to be completed. Wasn't thinking about anything particular, was just looking around the room. Posters of Soviet artists, some books on the shelf, various household items, and then I realized that everything is wrong. In what way? Something will happen soon. Something bad. Why did she leave me here all alone? It was a discovery to make. But with my guts, it's dangerous to stay here. In the door and tried to open it. Fuck, she locked me in. What a surprise. How she managed to quietly lock me. Don't know what's on her mind, but I need to get out of here. Use the window, open it, and climb down. Now I can go and take care of business, or... Why are you going to wait? That's the reason she had me locked up. I didn't know what was happening, plus I really wanted to see her face when she finds her room empty. Okay, hide in the bushes next to the house and wait. I footsteps after some time. All of a sudden, Olga came to the house. You'll see everything yourself. Are you sure about that? Opened the door and went in. A few seconds later, she ran back. Ah! You know, yeah, she just won catching the mouse competition, but at the last moment found out it's not an Olympic sport. So he just disappeared. Told skeptically. I did the right thing by closing the window after. Yes! Points for Semyon! Focused! Oh no. You know, I understood everything. You and your neighbor every time the same thing. Maybe it's enough. But it's true! What's true? Really? One story better than the other? Semyon in your house? Semyon harassing me? Why do you keep lying? That's horrible! She seemed really upset, and to my surprise, was not trying to argue. On the other hand, it was nothing to look at. Then on the other, you should feel a bit sorry. But I guess I'm glad I ran into this. She deserved it, though. Ah! Finally finished the scolding left, and she is pissed. She's back to like Jeff Couture rage mode, and I only say that because literally, the look on her face just makes me think of Jeff. The craziest, most overpowered teenage serial killer in fiction ever. She was mad. She clenched her fist and was shaking. Her face was flushed. It seemed to me she was going to explode. Sat in the bushes and laughed quietly. Remember, I was wondering what was on her mind, and I came out of my hiding place not afraid of being beaten. So, what exactly did you want to show the leader? Me? For a moment, surprise turned to anger. I would expect as much. Come on! You! What about me? Because you're a loser. And what does that have to do with this? And why is that? Because you're afraid to argue with me. Why does that make him a loser? There are much better reasons for him to be a loser. If he's afraid to argue with you, pardon? If he's afraid to argue with you, he knows he's going to lose. When? When we played cards. What a serious reason. Yeah. Maybe I should apologize to you. Sarcasm. I mean, I can barely understand it when sarcasm is being directed toward me, and sometimes I can actually act sarcastically, but otherwise, you know, sarcasm's not really one of my strong suits. Screw you. Oh, don't look so sad. I wasn't angry at her. In the end, I expected her to do something like that. Anyway, it all went without consequences. I was very lucky. Her confusion and embarrassment just made my day. Chuckling off Alyssa's cabin, which was about to become my death trap. I went for lunch with mixed feelings, with a sense of accomplishment and with a realization of time wasted. Yep, the canteen was crowded again. To stay unnoticed, Olga called me. Of course. Semyon, come to us. What now? They're at a 4-seat table. Grab food. This time I had to spend some minutes in a queue. Today's menu didn't really differ from the other day's menus. Dishes looked the same at least. I sat at the table and wished bon appetit to everyone. Olga immediately spoke. So what are you thinking? About what? We searched for Shurik all around. It's Newton. He is nowhere to be found. I took a note of the rhyme, but didn't want to point it out. No more Dr. Seuss. He looked all over the camp. Slavia says. And electronic is out and all around the neighborhood, all around neighboring forest. Okay, whatever. And she looks at you, and I helped too, because we must call the police. Are you sure? Maybe we should wait until the evening. Maybe he went home, which would be impossible, I'm pretty sure. Exactly. He lives thousands of miles away. No way. By train? Near a station? Was you're pausing? It's far. Out. Interesting. Every time the conversation reaches the point concerning ways I could leave Sylvianon, all the camp inhabitants start changing the subject. How far is far? Really far. Yep. Really far up your ass. So we should go deeper into the forest. Maybe he got lost. Shrek always takes a compass. Yep. I wonder what else could be found in his magic vest. He even has one. If I would get lost in the forest, a compass would be of no real use. Police! We should call the police in the evening. Didn't he just suggest that? Exactly, not right now at least. Okay, see you later. We're all silent. We should be able to find him before evening. We still have time. If he actually got lost, we have no time to lose. We cannot be sure. Then where is he? Where? There's some truth in the can't believe his words. Hiding the whole day just like that is suspicious. Why would he do that? Shrek seems to be a quite serious pioneer. Well, Lana would have been better fit with this behavior. So there was a reason to believe that he was gone. All that could be done was already done. We'll just have to wait. Yep. They're being silent, and I don't really care. I finished my lunch, brought the tray back, left the canteen. Pardon? Still first half of the day. What now? Camp was drifting to an afternoon nap. Only Genda stared at me with his bruised glasses. I am Genda. Of course, he stared somewhere else, but I had a feeling he was constantly watching me. But he knows where Shrek is hiding. Just can't tell anything. Disappearance of the Cybernetics Club leader made me think. Maybe it's got something to do with my case. Nah. Oh, Pioneer! Shit, it's the cougar. Nurse stood in front of me. I looked at her curiously. Go and take my place in the infirmary. Why? I have an urgent call. Somebody is injured. Me? Yes, you. Take the keys. Exactly. Why me? Why me? Of all people. I mean, I do have some first aid training because that's what you learn in the Boy Scouts and shit, but why me and why Semyon? Is there anyone else in the camp? What exactly should we be doing? What if something happens? Oh, what can I do now? I missed my chance to refuse. We both did, buddy. We both did. Stood in front of the door with uncertainty. On the one hand, there's nothing to worry about. I'll spend here half an hour or so and she'll be back. But what if someone comes for actual help? With a broken leg, or with an injured head? Again, to worry too much. Slap yourself around a few times, dude. Hope that there are no serious injuries other than bruises and scratches in this camp. But at the same time, I could not get rid of an idea that in case of a serious situation, I'd be absolutely useless. Don't even know how to perform CPR. Well, good news. I do. So, if you do have to perform CPR, I can just easily press the buttons and make you do it. Beep, boop, boop, beep, boop, boop. Sorry, red versus blue reference, if any of you guys know about Caboose. There's a magazine on the nurse's table that has caught my attention. A good way to relax, I guess. You could take a nap. This is labeled Soviet fashion. Published date for month were absent, as usual. Exactly, it's not a surprise. There are much stranger things happening here. Didn't know much about Soviet magazines. Maybe they actually didn't have published dates on them. Models dressed in old-fashioned clothes stared at me from glossy pages. Nowadays, nobody would put on such clothes. I wonder if Slavia, for example, considered this fashionable. Let me imagine what would happen if she appeared in my time wearing something like this. Imagine we are walking hand in hand. I'm wearing my coat with a hood and she is dressed into a lava's dress covered with laces and thingies. Seems like I'm already imagining Slavia in my world. With me. And not only Slavia. This dress better suits Alana. This cute foreign would look good on Alyssa. This skirt and cardigan would look nice on Lena. If only they could be real. No, I saw them, heard them, could even touch them. Still, they are here, and I simply don't belong in this place. It's alien for me. I'm just waiting for a chance to get out of here. Waiting because nothing depends on me anymore. I sighed, put my head on the table, and fell asleep. I was awakened by the noise of the door opening. Well, let's see which unlucky camper we've got. Oh, hey Lena. Nurse is not here? Then I'll come back later. I'm substituting her. I'm pretty sure you only said that just because you want to figure out more about why she danced with me last night. Since I'm responsible for Pioneer's lives, I should do it with all the responsibility. Or maybe because you're just trying to get absorbed into your role as substitute nurse. Well, in fact, I was just afraid of something happening because of me. I would be too in your situation. Alright. Oh. Okay. Let's get to work. Ow. Any health complaints? Tried to give Lena the most accurate smile I could in order not to confuse her. Nothing special. Just a little headache. Let's do this! Come on. Some painkiller, maybe. Of course, I wasn't aware where to find required medicine, so it took me long to find them. Lost for a second. Finally! Handed metamizole tablet to Lena. Handed a metamizole tablet? Thanks. She smiled. It was absolutely unexpected, and so I lost touch with reality staring at her. Or starring. You see the stars in his eyes, with the nosebleed, and the mouth expression. What? She got awkward in a moment. Listen, I've been wondering, do you like this? This invisible thing that's supposed to be a magazine in my hands? What? Well, it's gotten into me, but I grabbed the magazine from the table and showed her the picture of a skirt and a cardigan. It could really suit Lena, in my opinion. Maybe I went completely nuts thinking about all the girls in my world. Or maybe I wanted to distract myself instead of waiting for the nurse to come back. Taking a look at the picture. Yes, I guess. Stuff like this in trend. I guess. She's getting confused again. Why are you asking? Really, why? Well, I'm obviously going to comment. I mean, I'm going to comment, even if it looks like I'm flirting to a woman. So, if a woman looks nice, or I think that she would look nice in like a dress or something, I want to point it out. If someone thinks I'm flirting with her, I'm going to state, I'm only commenting. It's just an opinion. I have no intention of stealing your girlfriend, Mr. Mayor. Exactly. That's what you say, thank you. It's alright, I'm just being completely honest. We agree there. We agree. You were quiet for some time. How's your headache? Much better, thank you. He smiled again. I'll go. Good luck. With what? Okay. Continue to look through that magazine. Now somebody else is knocking at the door. Seems that infirmary is the most popular place to go. Who is it now? You decided to roleplay a nurse. Just a male version. It said, "Come in." Better not be causing a little trouble, little girl. Wow, did I miss the moment when you decided to stop knocking? Come on. Anything wrong with knocking? No? Don't frown. What's hurting? Why on earth would I tell you? Where's the nurse? In front of you. I impersonally crossed my legs and looked questioningly at her. Can't really cross my legs at this table. I better go! Doing this weird face again. This is much better, yeah. You got small hands. Better to die than be treated by you. Such a strange 14-year-old. You didn't even try. Now she thought for a moment. Though you could give me pills, what's bothering you? Some kind of reply. Heaviness in the stomach. Sure it's not emptiness in the head? No, I'm pretty sure we're good. What did you say? Nothing. Give me a second. Found pills in the first drawer I opened. Thank you, doctor. Smiled cheerfully. Watching Alana, I could not imagine how such an optimistic and active child could have health problems. Well, maybe she's planning something. Stolen candy's over this, right? Nope, left everything for you. Oh, she ran out of the infirmary and slammed the door. Maybe I shouldn't have said that. You know, this is like the moment in evolution where they're talking about their uncle that lives in a cell and how he's stuck reading the same old Ford magazine again every damn day. Time passed, but the nurse was still absent. Wasn't searching for Shurik, wasn't looking for any clues concerning my state. Just sitting and flipping through the magazine. Why are you feeling satisfied about the situation? Eventually everything happening here could be seen as some sort of trip to a summer camp. And if nothing changes anytime soon, then I can start worrying. Again, somebody knocked on the door. Did I miss an outbreak of an epidemic? Hello, Slavia. Alright. What is it? Oh, hi. Isn't the nurse here? Hi. No, she's not here. I'm taking over for today. Great. I'd like... Why are you hesitating? What? By the way, Semyon. What? Yeah, what? Seems like I lost my keys. Have you seen them anywhere? Sure I have. Yes, sure. I found them near the canteen yesterday. I wanted to return them to you, but forgot about it. Yeah, you're a really bad liar. Here. You're already preparing yourself for an appropriate scolding, but apparently she only takes the keys and says... Thanks. Really? You scared him and... Just a tiny bit. Me, with that angry look. But then you say thanks. So what have you come for? Now you really have to change the subject. Anything hurts? No, it's nothing. Strange. When you think that such an open person as Slavia would keep something quiet. If there's something bothering you, you can tell me. Why I'm here to treat people. Smile widely. Don't say no. I mean, yes, but no. That made anything possible, even division by 0. So, how can I help you? You? Guess you can't. Wow. However, can you step out for a minute? Why not? Okay. What's going on? Saw the infirmary and lean onto the wall. What she might be doing? I can't even see. After a minute, the door opened and she came out. She was carrying a small bundle. Yeah, what's it about? What is it? Don't say nothing. Don't blush. Thank you, you're welcome. Maybe it's more of her than meets the eye. Pretty much I'll punch these girls. Looked at the time. It's getting late. I read the magazine backwards and forwards. The nurse still wasn't here. Imagine the clock right here. And every single sign, every single number isn't a number, but it's something. Just the same damn thing. Like, okay, here's a good example. The magazine. Oh, would you look at the time? It's time to read that fucking magazine again. Oh, shit. Now Liz is back with a vengeance. What are you doing here? Sitting. Okay, then. It's better without the nurse. Really now. Are you sick? This didn't answer anything closer to me. Move over. Why? So I can open the drawer, isn't that obvious? What for? No, don't say none of your business. Well, I'm kind of in charge here. Then give me some activated carbon. Stomachache? Yeah. Come on. There's definitely something wrong here, Semyon. Really? Stomachache? Really? Doesn't seem so. You're in such a good mood. Usually people have stomachache look. Oh. Pardon. What, do I have to talk my lunch over the place for you to believe me? I don't know what terrible is there to be done with activated carbon, but I'm sure you will think of something. He hesitated. And what if you're right? Here. I knew it. Then I'm certainly not giving you anything. Just try to get to the drawers, but I blocked the pillbox with my chest like Alexander being muffin top. Is that some kind of Soviet person from what this thing's trying to say? I might see it in like... I'm gonna try to watch this other guy's playthrough since I was asking him what program he used to record this. That's how I found XSplit eventually. While I'm prudent, she was still just a girl, she had no choice, just me no chance to take that. Whatever, I'll find it somewhere else. Turn away and head to the exit, and then she stopped at the door. By the way, the camp leader and the nurse are carrying a pioneer with a broken leg. I really don't care, but they seem to be struggling. Yeah, sure. Come see yourself. Seem to be lying, but on the other hand, as long as I can see her. Came to the door and looked outside. No one was there. Where exactly? Haven't reached here yet, then. Made a helpless gesture. Have fun. I turned to the table, only then I realized one of the drawers was open. How did she make it? She's a fucking sneaky chick. And like that for just 1 second. So, what evil can come out of activated carbon? Well, you'll find out soon enough. It was 15 minutes till dinner, and the nurse still wasn't back. Guess just leaving like that won't do. Guess me after all. Who knows what might happen if I leave. So who might want to steal anything from here? Except for a list of stealing activated carbon. The magazine again, and began flipping through it for the 100th time. Wonder if it means the 9th time, or just 100th, as in, you have no idea how many times you've read this magazine, but you've read it way too much. Fashion of the 80s wasn't that fun anymore. Yawning got me several times. It was already 6 o'clock, hence dinner had already started. Of course, I had to be on the watch till the end, but my stomach seemed to have its own opinion on the matter. Stood up and steadily headed to the exit. Some rustling sound came from behind the door. Could it be someone else who got poisoned, broke their arm, or something even worse? Sat heavily and pulled the doorknob. However, there was no one out there. That's odd. Seems it was just my imagination. I returned inside and instantly noticed something had changed in the infirmary. It's this little thing, isn't it? be precise, an apple appeared on the table. But where from? Fruits can't just materialize from thin air by themselves, can they? Then in this camp, everything is possible. Chances are someone just brought it here. Maybe Lena wanted to thank me, given that she's all shy and... But wait! How could she just walk past me like that? You know when to climb through the window after all. There must be something else. Suddenly overwhelmed by fear. What if the apple's poisoned? Well, why would someone complicate things when I'm here totally helpless and feel it way easier? Or might be the apple which Eve tasted in the Garden of Eden. No, it could not be the apple in the Garden of Eden, and it could not be the one that Eve tasted, because if it was, there'd be a bite mark. There would be a large chunk. Getting out. Maybe two different sides, because she gave some to Adam too, if they ate from the same apple. And if the apple of Eden that Eve had wasn't an actual apple, but an apple from the Assassin's Creed series, there's no way in hell that'd be on that table right now, and there's no way in hell there would be a bite mark on it, even if it was on that table. So, in this case, I don't think it's that though. I've already explained that. Same second, my stomach reminded of itself by wobbling traitoriously. Sanchez! Oh, traitor! Should probably not yell so much though. However, it would take time to close the infirmary, to reach the canteen, to take food. Stomach is my feet. There's nothing wrong, I guess. Again, I try to remember if this apple was here before. Again, it must have appeared somewhere. Maybe I can hear it through the window. Well, I actually looked. I made sure it's not from here before, so it could have come from anywhere. Shutter was slightly open, so someone must have put it here. Nothing serious, however. Now what the fuck? I'm gonna eat it. Finally, a hunger prevailed, and I started chewing on a ripe green apple with an appetite. Its taste seemed usual, though I don't think that even the strongest poison can be tasted. But it's too late to think about it. It's time to go for a dinner. On my way, I was reached by electronic. How's it going? Did you find Shuri? No, still no signs of him. Don't worry. We'll find him. Tried to cheer him up. Too much time has passed. I'll just keep on searching. What about dinner? No, finding Shuri is more important. Not if you find him on an empty stomach, no. Yetter thoughtfully. Okay, left him at the crossroads and wish him good luck. Pioneers crowded in the doorway. Quick my pace, trying not to be the last one in the line. Just for today. Come on. I was lucky. In the far corner was an absolutely empty table. Took my dinner quickly and sat. Tonight's dinner consisted of fruit soup and a pair of buns. Fruit soup. What would that taste like? This surprised me at first, but tasting it was actually nice. Concentrating on eating. Yeah, let's go here. Look, 3 free chairs. Okay. There's Lena and Miku. Nice. We got some nice company, I guess. Is it taken? Wondered Lena. No, take a seat. Of course, I wish she was alone. Thank you. And now, Xenia, or Genia, or I don't know how to pronounce it actually, when it's with a J instead of a Z. Why is there a J there? I'll sit here. There are no places left, said putting her tray on the table and sat there. I'm not even waiting for my answer. Sure, make yourself at home. What? What? Seriously, nothing. Well, the truth, I wanted to reduce the whole company to just Lena, though nor Mika nor Xenia were causing too much trouble. There's a lot of errors that keep us in a sense. Except one was too talkative and the other was too arrogant. But nevertheless, they were absolutely harmless, especially comparing to some others. Oh, seems like I forgot a key. Don't worry, take mine. Surprised by her short reply. Do you live together? Of course, didn't you know? Together. Our cabin is the rearmost. I mean, the farthest from here. I mean, the last one. I don't know, I just think that she's such an energetic girl, so she speaks quickly. Silent night. That's what you look like. Wouldn't be surprised if somebody told me that Lena lived with Slavia. Or with Xania at worst. Even electronic. But silent and shy Lena and excessively talkative Nick would make my company? That's really a surprise. Did you find your Sharik? Strange that Xenia is disturbed by someone's problems. No? Sure, he's at the village buying cigarettes. Or vodka. Village? Yeah, exactly my thoughts. Village. At the very moment, the conversation got much more interesting. Anything wrong with villages? No. I mean, there is a village nearby, is what we were trying to say. I think so, she said uncertainly. To Lena and Miku, they were too busy with their meals and did not pay attention to our conversation. You mean you don't know exactly? Why should I care? Must be localities nearby. Listen. Listening? I don't know, will you let me eat? This just happens all the time. These fucking people won't talk to me. It's like I won't get anything from her. Though there is a chance she doesn't really know. The remaining time was spent listening to Miku talking about some nonsense. I was just slowly going mad in silence. Obviously, first thing I did after going out, after that was inhaling a great amount of fresh air. The sun was setting. I decided to take a walk. Highly unlikely that I'll find anything more exciting to do for the rest of the evening. That way, something interesting could arise quite unexpectedly. Something interesting probably just happened, because apparently you just heard a loud clap and there's rock music. But something exploded. Oh, there is something interesting. I don't feel paralyzed, though. I am in a hostile environment, not knowing the rules and laws of this place. It would be better for me to run, but at the same time, I was curious. Curiosity killed the cat. Probably I would just keep here standing when somebody grabbed my hand. Hey, look at that, Olga's back. Why are you standing here? Let's go and see what happened! Did you ever manage without me? Shouldn't be anything serious. It was an explosion! Exactly, I hope, but it won't be what you want. It's an explosion, I swear. In the square was already a crowd of pioneers. Olga viciously pushed through the crowd and approached towards the crime scene. Obviously, someone tried to blow up Genda, but attackers failed. Monument was still standing upright, and he's like, "Foolish noob!" There's only a dim match traces on the pedestal. Well, who did this? She looked over the crowd of pioneers. Sure thing wasn't done by an organized terrorist bunch. Helen came here just to look what happened. Noticed Alana and Alyssa in the crowd, and looks like our camp leader noticed them too. You two! Here! They approached reluctantly. Why always me? You think so? Show me your hands! What's wrong with them? I looked closer and saw they were smeared with black. Now it's clear. What did you make a bomb with? Junior terrorists seem to be hesitating whether to confess or not, but then blurted out proudly. Activated carbon, saltpeter, and sulfur. Wait a minute. Carbon! Carbon that she stole from the first aid post. What thickens? Why exactly the monument? What did this honored man ever do to you? Fighter for the rights of... Oh, shit's going down. I can hardly imagine how long would she keep on scolding Alyssa if Electronic would pop up that very moment, shouting, Shining lights. I found it! I found it! Found what? He held a boot in his hand. Is there a snake in it? Huh? A bit. Here! Closely shook over his head. It's Shuri's boot. Okay, calm down. Tell us in detail, where did you find it? In the forest. On the way to the old camp. Those ran among the pioneers. Old camp. Old camp. Are you sure? Absolutely. What's wrong with this old camp? Nothing special, really. She stammered. So there is nothing special. One of these Soviet Ox legends tells the story of a young camp leader's ghost living there. She fell in love with a pioneer, but he rejected her, and so she killed herself. Did harakiri with a kitchen knife. Wow, Alana, that is not creepy at all. Next day, that boy was hit by a bus. That is very creepy. Cat. Bus. Held myself from asking about the route number. But science doesn't prove the ghost's existence, we have nothing to be afraid of. Because science doesn't agree with ghosts and God and a lot of other things doesn't exactly mean they aren't real. It just means we haven't found a way to actually use science to prove they are. It does sound like a crazy person's thing, but since I'm a theist, I'm gonna say that. You're an atheist? It's alright, you don't need to believe. But don't lecture me on what I should believe. And we'll get along. Got it? Anyway, somebody should go there. Suddenly the crowd started to thin. Oh good, it's almost night. Maybe tomorrow? There's Slavia and Lena. What if at night something happens to him? No, today, right now. By the way, where is this place? And she's roughly described to us the directions, told us the story of the old camp. And now he's looking at me attentively. Do you think that you're the only man here? What? You talking to me? Are you talking to me? Because apparently I'm the only one here. So you must be talking to me. That's right. Electronic was quick to flee. So you are talking to me! Still didn't want to walk in the woods alone. It's me, I would... Well, I've already started down this dark path, let's keep going on it. This is what it's going to be for this first playthrough. This is the very first playthrough being recorded for you guys. So, yeah, I'm not going to go there alone, will I? She thought for a moment. You may be right. We'll go together tomorrow. But you just said tonight! Today! So nothing happens tonight! Last minute I was noticing strange glances of Lena. As if she wanted to say something, but didn't dare to. Pioneers started to dismiss as if they had forgotten about Alyssa and the explosion. Even the leaders seemed to calm down and didn't react when wannabe terrorists left to swear hiding behind Alana. We should go too. Yes, not even giving a fuck about the explosion. Night quickly fell on the camp. It was only a brief moment between the first rays of the setting sun till complete darkness here in the south, or maybe in this world. He didn't have enough time to enjoy the variety of sunset colors. It's too early to go to bed, but the leader confidently walked to her cabin as if mentally dragging me with her. Okay, I'll have a little walk. Okay. Okay, good. Because there's probably stuff we could be doing right now, right? So, came back to the square. Didn't really want to look closely at the little damage done to the Genda statue. Is the exact center of the camp. If you don't know where to go, you should start your way from there. Sat in the bench and looked to the west. I wonder if the Earth here revolves on its axis as it should. Or maybe there'd be an actual north or south. All these weird questions, man. It's hard to say. At that time, I hadn't any ideas how to check the fundamental laws of nature. Hi. Yeah, hi. She appeared next to me as if from nowhere. Hi. Can't sleep? She looked at me in surprise. Well, yes, it is. Still early. Can I sit? Yeah, of course. Sit down. Moved a little. That little was in fact an understatement. I actually stick myself to the edge of the bench. You're a gentleman, aren't you, Semyon? You're a real gentleman. Thanks. Yep, she sat and looked at the sky as if forgetting about me. It is sad. What is sad? And Shuri disappeared. Yes, things are not too good. She was calm as usual, kept silent most of the time. She blushed and felt embarrassed only when she had to speak or do something. That very silence, which could be seen as awkward by many people, including me, was quite natural for her, usually. I could hardly imagine Lena making an effort to choose words somewhere deep inside of herself to start a conversation, or say a good remark, trying not to look stupid, or, in contrary, not to look too rude as Alyssa. I just wasn't able to compare her to anyone. She was just content with herself. Doesn't mean that my attempts to start a conversation with her would be seen as something rude. The expression "become friends" would be interpreted as intrusion into her private life. But something in this girl attracted me. Well, that's you, Semyon. I mean, maybe there's something for me, but this is just a game to me. This is just a visual novel. So, let's see where this novel takes us. Maybe it was her mysteriousness. She certainly didn't lack attractive appearance or other woman's charms. I didn't have an answer to that. That's why I still wasn't openly accused of annoyingness. I'm sure it will be found. How would you escape from a submarine? Man, dude, you suck at jokes. Even I suck at jokes. I sometimes say the jokes, and no one likes them. No one enjoys them. People get offended by them. So this camp must be a large submarine for me only. It's exactly how my life feels. Whenever I try to tell a joke, it feels like a large submarine. Me only. I hope so. Tomorrow, Olga will call the police. They will find him for sure. And what if in the night... Oh. Don't give me that sad expression. What could happen to him? Alone at night in the forest, anything could happen. He could get dehydrated. Yeah, almost out of water. I'm gonna have to refill this and put it back in the fridge. Let's try to keep that for at least till the very end of the movie. He must be lonely. No one made him go there. What if he just got lost? He shouldn't walk in the forest alone. You don't have pity for him at all. Sure, he may be sitting there all alone. Stop giving me the sad eyes! Accusing me. Shh. Did you accuse me? No. Let's continue. I do pity him, of course. Felt ashamed. Should feel ashamed. Look at her. She's giving you the sad-eyed expression. I waste my time in this video trying to copy them. I shouldn't be doing it. In any case, Lena was right. A person was missing. Yeah, so let's find him. I think it happened during the night. We won't go to search for him now, will we? She didn't reply, still looking somewhere far away, where the last rays of the sun shine over the tops of the whole trees, as if trying to leave a bit of its warmth to people. Do you really think that roaming in a forest in the dark is a good idea? Probably not. For some reason, I'm sure that she thinks exactly that. Recently, I started to understanding Lena without any words more often. And she seemed to influence me psychologically, making me agree with her. Oh, don't you just hate it when women do that? Lena's silence is more informative than any chatter or persuasion. They have looked for him during the day already. Everywhere? Stop watching the sunset and look at me. I don't know. I think everywhere. What about the old camp? The first time our words sounded assured and not abstracted or indifferent. Okay, where is it? I have no idea. Electronic told us. Well, trusting him. Then stupidly, but Lena kept looking at me seriously. Sure, it's not too far. So you do want to go? Of course I don't. We can, if it is there and back quickly. Okay. She's smiling, and she just has a flashlight, which appears out of nowhere. Ah! Manipulation. But oh well. Yes, useful thing. It means she is prepared beforehand, and nothing was dependent on me. So I guess she wanted to go with you. Sighed as if doomed and headed to the forest with her. Alright, to the mystery machine! The night fell in the camp. He walked slowly. He was next to me, near, but not too close. Strange, but looked like she wasn't afraid of anything. Moreover, she didn't care much about the things happening, as if we weren't walking in the forest tonight, or watching a movie with the other people playing leading roles. Actually, electronics said that the old camp was not too far, and if we walked straight to it, it would be hard to get lost. For a few minutes, I was completely unsure that we're walking straight, and after some more time, it started to seem that it would be a miracle to get out from here. But I didn't want to lose face before Lena, so I tried to walk cheerfully. The forest was full of silent, moving shadows and the gleams of the moon. The grass quietly rustled under our feet, and the branches rustled over our heads. Old oaks stood next to young birches. Large mushrooms emerged from under the lattice, saluting by taking off their large hats. On any other day, or rather on any other time of the day, it would look really beautiful. Maybe safe at night too, but nevertheless, I shuddered at any gust of wind. Look! And I pointed forward, with my eyes, which I would do too, saw a gap between the trees. In a minute, we were on a rather large clearing. In the middle of it stood a building. It looked like a village, school, or a kindergarten. It's a really nice building. But it's fallen off the wall. The paint's fallen off the walls, there were several holes in the roof, like after a bombing, and glassless windows looked at us sadly and a little threatening. It's not a very pleasant sight. I couldn't remember how I was imagining that place a moment ago. It was like all images were erased from my memory, replaced by this depressing graveyard view. Well, it's creepy. Yep. Lena was still standing silent between, with a natural expression of fright appeared on her face. Stop it. Focus on the novel, Zach. You think he's there? I have no idea. If I was sure, then a haunted house would be the last place I'd have him. Shall we go? Should I stay or should I go now? Didn't manage to answer. The moon appeared from behind the clouds and illuminated the clearing in new colors. Actually, in one color, the gray-white. I could see more clearly the distant trees, mist shrouding them. Felt like the temperature dropped down a few degrees, so I quickly got shivers. Are you afraid? I asked calmly. Honestly? She smiled unnoticeably and took my hand. Would have caused a storm of emotions in other situations, but that time it felt like a usual necessity. We slowly walked to the building. Same frames. Walking through the playground, I pushed a merry-go-round, creaked nastily, and made half a turn. Lena shivered and grasped my hand tighter. Sorry, I probably just remembered my childhood. Did you like merry-go-rounds? Yes, actually, I don't know. Don't remember. Probably. All children like them. I don't like them. Why? I get dizzy because of them. No wonder it spins too fast. I like swings more. You can swing just like centrifuge as well. What? Okay, I do like swings, but I don't understand why this has anything to do with our mystery. But what for? I don't know. Just trying to make a conversation. Yeah, it distracts you a little, and I stopped worrying myself about everything. About Shariq, about our night trip, about Lena. After all, this world was not so alien. Finally, we had reached the doors. Look at that. Nice new frame. The old camp reminded me of the kindergarten inside, the one I attended in childhood. That'd be an amazing plot twist if this actually was the kindergarten you attended in your childhood. On the first sight, even the room arrangement was the same. Sharik? Sharik! Alright, okay, they were yelling for Sharik. Great silence replied to us. Even the wind outside had calmed down. Looks like nobody is here. We should check anyway. And his courage couldn't stop surprising me. Or should I say the lack of usual instinct of self-preservation couldn't. I didn't know if that behavior was strange for that girl or not. Okay, let's do it. Thoroughly examined all the rooms of the old camp. I even inspected a garret. It's a garret. There's signs of people visit this place everywhere. Newspapers, empty bottles, and other garbage. But there were no signs of Sharik. We returned to the hall where we had started our search. What should we do next? I have no idea. She sat on the steps and stared under her feet. I think we should go back. Stared at her carefully. It is late, and would just the two of us look for him in the whole forest? You may be right. Sad face again. Oh, it's so beautiful, so mesmerizing, so distracting. She looked sad, and her expression let me know that the search is not over yet. Well, I am. I waved my hands doomed and sat next to her. Oh, thanks. This actually fits the mood. We're in a haunted house right now. So, we should think about the worst outcome. You want to sleep then, I assume? Yeah. Okay, I'll try to be a bit quieter then. I know, it's just common courtesy. Yeah. Oh, that face, though. Do you want to say... What, that he's dead? No, I don't want to say that. Exactly, are there any wild animals around? No, I'm not pretty sure. But I think because they've been on the way for that hour, like, good. From working today, but they were sick. Ah. Okay. No, I was talking to you, not the audience. But now I'm gonna go talk back to the audience. You go ahead and have a good night, try to get some sleep. I will finish this up in like maybe 10 or 20 minutes at most. We're like near the end of this day. So, I know. But even so, common courtesy. So I should calm down at once. Alright, Semyon, you may be sleeping somewhere. He'll wake up in the morning, return to the camp. Yes, he hid out one of his boots. It's going to be very painful for him. Yes, of course. Or, still look. My feet started to walk in circles around the hall. I really want to leave this place to get out from the forest, but Luna's behavior kept me here. This is Luna's behavior kept me here, that's what I was saying. I had to go on with persuasion, but then noticed something on the floor. That's interesting. That was a hatch. There were little heaps of garbage and dust around it. Must have been opened recently. Look! You think Sharik is there? Squatted and pulled the hatch's handle carefully. May not be Sharik, but someone surely used it recently. I'd already regretted about finding that damn gate to hell. Let's check it out. I wasn't very happy, so you could open it without much effort. I lifted the flashlight into it and saw a ladder, going down a couple of meters. Looks like a cellar. Let's go down. Oh. Well, this is an unusual bit of courage from her. Did she get a craving for adventures like Alana? So where's her youthful spirit then? Or did she just go nuts a bit? She didn't resemble a crazy person. Well, that's the thing though. We all don't resemble crazy people, but it turns out even those that look the most sane are the most insane. Remember that, kids. But anyway, who said she is really a human and you can evaluate her with a human behavioral logic? That thought should have scared me. Somehow I didn't pay attention when millions of thoughts. Some of them were more important. For example, could be down there. So I climbed down and looked around. Everything's okay. After I made sure there was nothing to be afraid of, I called Nina. We stood in the long corridor, which wasn't a cell for sure. Architecture more resembled KGB dungeons or subway maintenance tunnels. I didn't know what would be better. There were countless wires along the walls. They were fastened by metal hooks every half a meter. There were lamps under the ceiling, covered by rusted shades. Concrete from cracked under our feet unpleasantly. Shall we go? Lena asked us without any emotion. Is that what I'm sounding like right now, too? Where to? There? Well, yes. What if Shuri get there? What would he be doing there? In case I wasn't really able to refuse her today, that's got him on fear and headed into the darkness. So, she walked next to me, holding my hand. The silence of dungeons was interrupted only by the sound of our steps and dripping water from the ceiling. I moved forward slowly. Maybe too slowly. I suddenly got a feeling of claustrophobia. I gritted my teeth and squeezed the torchlight, but lightened the grasp at once, fearing to break our only source of light. Nina kept silent. Silence seemed louder than any words. I started to fear. Say something. Door. What? There was a door. Okay, let's... She pointed forward. It really came to a massive metal door with a biohazard sign. Looks like a bomb shelter. Yes, I've heard something about it. Why is it here? I have no idea. Maybe because of Caribbean crisis? Caribbean crisis? Yeah, exactly. What I was thinking. Estimated the approximate time of constructing the camp. Makes sense. However, a bomb shelter here was like an airport in Bagot in Northumberland, or Lacock in Wiltshire in the UK. It was not deep enough and too far from civilization. Is there actually a place in like the UK or something like that called Bagot? I'd be surprised. The door would muffledly creak, so I had to push it with all my strength before it turned around at both times. I made up my mind, opened the door with difficulty. Into the room, which seemed to be the main living quarters. There were some beds, cases, some scientific equipment. They thoroughly had been preparing for a nuclear apocalypse. Didn't find any signs of Shuri there, though. Look. And he was holding the flare gun and smiling. Why do I need it? Well, emergencies. To fight monsters. To fight monsters. Oh, you think there are monsters here tonight? Exactly, there are no monsters here. Yeah, I'm still doing the walkthrough. Oh. Yeah. You didn't know what I was doing.
That's why I talked to you.
Yeah. Yep, okay. Sorry guys, but I like to be very talkative with my roommates sometimes. Yes. You all want to believe there are no monsters. You say so. I guarantee that. Whatever you say. Yes. Always be prepared. It might come in handy to have the flare gun, so take it. Thoroughly looked over the room once again. Let's see. TV, radios, more radios, lockers, bunk beds, gas masks, fire extinguishers, chair. There were 2 exits. First was the door we had entered. The other was exactly the same door on the left wall. For a moment I felt excitement, urged to reach the end of this labyrinth and to learn what prizes await me there. However, it surely wasn't a computer game and there was no option to save. Maybe with this? Quite a big crowbar. Wow, Lena gave me quite a big crowbar. It's like Legend of Zelda. Hey, you're gonna need to be prepared for this next boss. Here, take this. Hookshot, yes! No, I'll give it a first try without it. However, the door didn't want to budge, only creaked nastily. The door wheel didn't turn a millimeter. Okay, now we'll use the crowbar, so go. It's too easy. Okay. And the obstacle fell down, hitting the floor loudly. Hinges were rusted completely. Ow. Pointed the flashlight to the passageway. There was a corridor just like the one we had come here through. So let's go. It's like Lena constantly drove on me. Pretty Russian. Me? I'm not. I think I'm confused. Again, how should I understand her? If she doesn't hear a thing, then she gets lost without a word. Or afterward. You look like you don't hear anything. I don't know, what should I fear? Ooh, it's like me anyway. Maybe I confidence in it, but... Sorry guys, got dust in my throat. She added barely hearably. So you don't realize something. Using me no matter what. Well, it is possible. Stupid, naive, but possible. I feel like I can protect anyone, even myself. Nothing depends on me in this world. Really, what about Olga? She asks you to do everything every damn day. What's the problem here to do anything? Yep, to the fact that mean that inevitable death awaits me at the end of the tunnel. I could lie and wait anywhere in this camp. Alright, let's go. So now we continue this weird thing. I try to walk faster, but Lena seems not to be bothered by that. She usually kept her pace with me. That corridor was exactly the same as the previous one. Which is why you used exactly the same slide as the previous one. Every single little detail. To every single little detail. Nothing shocking about it. Yeah, nothing shocking about it. But at some point I got a feeling that we're walking in circles. Flashlight in my hand started to tremble noticeably. Spotted light jumped all over the walls and the floor, and suddenly it lit up a rather big hole. This is new. The hole wasn't too deep, and down there we could see rails. What is it there? Looks like a mine. Shall we have a look? I might go further the corridor. I don't know, I think we should go down there. I estimated the height. It would be possible to pull ourselves out. Okay, let's check it out. You're just willing to do anything she says, are you? Or am I willing to do everything she says? That's the confusing thing. I don't know if if Semyon's actually supposed to be like me, or Semyon's just supposed to be Semyon. It's confusing. Sort of. Well, it was really a mine. I wonder what could they have mined here? What minerals are there in this area? I don't know. Well, yeah, that's a good question. Looks like there are none now. We headed into the darkness. That made me think of the song from the Dragon Age Inquisition read. It was hard to walk because I couldn't choose where to step. Wooden planks or ground. I wasn't able to stick to the walls too. The tunnels were too narrow and I didn't want to let go of Lena's hand. Finally, we had reached a fork. A fork. Just great. Where shall we go? Where? It's not certain that we'll be able to get out from here at all, especially if we are going to play Pac-Man. Pac-Man? Really? Yeah, I figured as much. She wouldn't know what Pac-Man is. Never mind. We'll get lost. What if there's an exit too? Maybe there. And what if there isn't? So, should we go back? I don't know, with that sad puppy dog eyes? Put my lips up bleeding and yelled as loud as I could. Sherry! Yeah, I don't think he's here. Or he's not going to answer. Come on, move it. Loud echo came from every direction at once. Even soil fell from the ceiling in some places. See? Then I will go alone. Oh, no, don't do that. Do not do that. He grinned stupidly. Alone? There too. But we must find Shuri. He may be... Oh, oh gosh. No, that won't do. If we go together. Okay, then let's go. Now I'm really afraid. Oh, she's getting into our head. How did she manage that? Yeah, I'm wondering that too. But first thing would be to quite a big stone from the ground and scratch across on one of the beams which supported the walls. Now we will know where we have started. Okay, yeah. Here's the minigame. There's gonna be a lot of forks in the roads. We came to some kind of miners' camp. Picked some helmets everywhere, rusty rag, and stood in the corner. All items are sold. They dated rather from the beginning of the 20th century rather than from the middle. So this is really a mine. It means I can be walking here on and on without finding a way out. But I sensed that the exit was somewhere nearby, and so we went further. Another fork in the road. Let's go right this time. Oh, look at that, I went circles. I don't exactly know where we're going here. How am I ending up in the same place all over again? I guess we're back to the place where we began, so we took the wrong turn somewhere. Let's keep searching. Now let's go right. That's right. Right. Left. Oh, right. Oh. Finally, the tunnel was to a rather big room with a high ceiling. Hardly could we call the room. It seemed something was mined here. Maybe coal or gold? Walls were cut by a pickaxe or a pneumatic pick. It's completely dark here, so the flashlight was our only savior. Brakes probably would not be able to get out of here. You noticed a red piece of cloth in its light. It's a pioneer neckerchief. It's obvious that Shurik was somewhere here. Shurik! Shurik! And now she's yelling for him too. Only Echo replied to us. It must not be too far since we found the scarf here. Frankly speaking, I most wondered where that here actually was located. Where did he go from here? There are no other exits from this room. Certainly it was possible that there were other places in these halls we hadn't visited yet. That means we have to keep searching for him. Oh, great. Just choose in random directions at will. Eventually we'll get somewhere. Okay. Around the next turn, a wooden door appeared in the light. Oh good, we finally found somewhere else. At least something. What? At least it's not another fork. What is it there? Well, we don't have any choice but to check it out, because I don't know what it is exactly. Strongly pull the handle and open the door. There's a room behind it, which might be one of the maintenance rooms of the bomb shelter. Empty bottles and cigarette butts are scattered everywhere. The bulb was all full of scribbles. So that means there is another exit from here. I didn't want to believe that people who left all that came the same way as we did. Sadly, Sharik wasn't here. Oh. Slipped down the floor wall. You certainly have been everywhere now. Not everywhere. And it pointed to the door in the corner. Looks similar to the one leading into the bomb shelter. Then there probably should be an exit, as you said. Shall we go? Let's rest for a moment. Okay. So she sat next to me very closely and took my hand. It's alright. What do you mean? That we haven't found Sharik? We should think about getting ourselves out, so we'll get out. Yes, I probably remember the way. Or at least I thought that I remembered it. I didn't know the way I was going, so I am not afraid at all, she suddenly said after a short pause. That's good, because I am with you. Well, now suddenly there came a noise from behind the door to the mine. Hey, what happened to you not being afraid? I jumped up at once and started looking for something I could use as a weapon. Noise of heavy steps were getting closer. Oh. Oh, hi, Sharik. How have you been? There you are. Did you think you can hide from me? What? Did you think I wouldn't find you? But I did. He wasn't saying for sure. The face was distorted with a scary grimace, the eyes gleaming from behind the glasses. Lost pioneer held a metal rod in his hand. Are you mad? It's us. Yeah, I can see it's you. So, why are you literally mad with the vein bulging in your head? Pushing the glasses. A couple steps towards us. I instinctively shielded Lena. Yes, good idea. Protect the girl from the psychopath. You think you can make a fool of me, leading me here and there, to the left, to the right, to the left, to the right. And I followed, and I am pretty annoyed at this. Oh, he's bad. Ooh, and after that was like in slow motion. Yeah, kid's charging right at you. What are you gonna do? You're gonna push him out of the way, okay. I'll slowly ping your head. What are you gonna do? So you blocked the rod with the flashlight. And big darkness, following all that. Rapid breathing, blood hammering into my temples, silence, dreadful, and silent, immersed in the darkness. Moved my hand trying to find the wall, and I felt someone's touch. Don't be afraid. Okay, Lena, I won't. Or are you, damn lunatic? He left. How do you get away? Or two? Her voice and sound calm certainly sounded not as it did in such circumstances. Calm down. Judged me clearly and pressed her body against mine. Oh. Try to come into my senses to restore my breath to get used to the darkness. Well, what should we do next? You have a gun? Well, who do I shoot? It is loaded with a flare, so yeah, it's a flare gun, use it. Yes, she is right. Took the gun from my belt, pointed it to the side, and shot. Red screen. The room became illuminated with a bright red light. The flare line in the corner looked like a firework or a sparkler. Let's go quickly. It won't burn for too long. Yeah. Where to? So yeah, go to that door. It wasn't hard to open it, and we headed into the darkness. Again with that song. Flare burned more dimly with every second. Stumbled with every step, even fell down a couple of times, but didn't slow the pace. Goes out. Oh, finally we saw a light in front of us and came to the ladder, going to the grating in the ceiling. The flare hissed and went out. Thank God. Yeah, turned out that we were right under the statue of Genda. The grating was rather sturdy, but we managed to open it after breaking the screws with a flashlight. After getting out to the surface, I fell on the grass, exhausted. That was terrible. Lena sat next to me. Just dreadful. At that time, I didn't give a damn about this world, the camp, bus number 410 in my previous life. Strangest and nastiest thing was that there was nothing supernatural in those events. Sure, he just went crazy, insane. He could have been possessed. What's strange about it, I would have in this place too. Nina patted my head tenderly and smiled. It's all over now. I don't know, there is a crazy pioneer in the woods. You can say a maniac killer. I think he's gonna be alright. I'm not sure about that. The most important thing is we are okay. So yeah, think of the positive. How can you be so calm though? I told you before, I have nothing to be afraid of when I'm with you. Indeed, I might have saved Lena and myself back there. It was only by chance, nothing more. Sure, it was more swift, or more crazy. Thanks for the compliment. You're welcome. Though we still should have stayed here in the first place. You're probably right. Yeah, he's right. I got really sleepy. Because of stress, of exhaustion, of late night time. We should go to sleep. I had to stand up and walk to the leader's cabin. I wasn't ready for that. My eyes closed just for a moment. Stars looked at me from the sky. Yeah, nice stars. Thousands of them. Even millions. Now the light didn't seem to be so distant and cold. On the contrary, they twinkled to me, whispering among themselves, like a merry fairy tale and eager rivalry. About a galaxy far, far away. Violet, fluffy piglets. About mysterious asteroid belts where ships have disappeared. About fearless starship captain and his brave crew. About exceptional treasures and unreachable peaks of the planet from the edge of the universe. Let's see. Star Wars with Violet, fluffy piglets. What thing is that? I don't remember. Mysterious asteroid belts where ships have disappeared. Starship captain and his brave crew. Star Trek, Mass Effect. Exceptional treasures and unreachable peaks of the planet on the edge of the universe. Treasure planet. I wonder, is that a dream? I looked to myself a little and realized my head was on Lena's knees. Did I sleep long? I asked in confusion, but didn't rush to get up. I don't know. I don't ever watch. Approximately. Well, maybe 20 minutes. That's okay then. I lied down again, feeling nice and calm like never before. The events of the night became distant as I started to forget them, like the story the stars were telling me. Sharik has come back. What? Yeah. There he is, sitting on the bench. The bench, of all places. Lena pointed to the benches in surprise. And what are you... You slept so peacefully and I didn't want to wake you up. Yeah... Such behavior is not just strange, it's not inadequate. It's giving me more than Sharik's insanity in the dungeon. Lunatic who should try to kill us half an hour ago passes, lies on a nearby bench, and falls asleep, and she just sits here? It's kind of strange. Nothing to worry about, he just seemed to be a little off. Well, it doesn't matter, I'm still interrogating him. He walked unsteady and didn't look towards us. If I made a noise... Oh, don't cry. Please don't. I don't want you to cry. I want the slide to move on. Okay, don't worry. There's some logic in her words. She probably did the right thing. In case we had to interrogate Sharik thoroughly. So I jumped up, walked fast to the bench on which he slept, and slapped him. Ouch! That face, though. That face is funny. Woke up at once. What the hell? Yeah, what the hell? What are you doing, you bastard? What? Shriek stared at me with a scared and, moreover, sane look. What was that all about down there? What? Where? In the dungeon, in the mine, in the bomb shelter. Did you go completely nuts? I don't understand you. He looked around. Why am I here? And where should you be in your opinion? Oh, well, I know. You should be in the asylum. I went to the old camp in the morning for the spare parts, and then... Don't you remember anything after that? He asked after walking to us. Yes, and I don't pretend. He said calmly and sat next to him. It looked like he didn't lie, though. I don't understand anything. It is unscientific. Well, not everything has to be about science. Who cares? Don't you think that I trust you? Memory loss can occur just... Shriek talked to himself, mumbled something not paying any attention to us. Let's go. Dana said quietly. Shall we just leave him here? He's not in his right mind. He has to sleep. Well, it's dangerous to leave the cycle alone. He may strangle electronic with an induction coil in the night. It's going to be alright. Trust me. She is weird. I have no reason not to trust her. However, I didn't have reasons to actually trust her, though. On the other hand, who cares now? I wanted to fall asleep as quickly as possible. Okay. Because the episode's going to end soon. So we left Shriek, who still mumbled something to himself. Wouldn't you usually walk the girl to her cabin instead of the girl walking you to your cabin? Oh, we're here. What? Where? Oh, I have to go further. Nina smiled. I didn't think about anything all the way here. Just followed her, and then as we came to Olga's cabin. Yes. Thank you for today. Nothing to thank me for. It's good we came back alive. We'll see what Shurick will say tomorrow. Thanks anyway, she said mysteriously and averted her eyes. You're welcome. Well, it's time for me to go. Nina quickly turned around and walked fast in the direction of her cabin. Suddenly kind of thought that all that was a bit off. Not right. Well, yeah, I was starting to think that way too. This is still a mystery. That needs to be solved. By Scooby-Doo and the gang. Back when they were good. Because, after all that happened, well, it's time for me to go. It usually works differently in such situations, doesn't it? I had no idea what I expected, though. Exhaustion hit me again. Walked with difficulty and entered the cabin. Oh, she was sitting on my bed. That's creepy. Come on. Semyon. Oh, don't talk sadly. Where have you been? Well, prepared for scolding. I didn't expect that reaction. I went to look for Shurick. Hello? No, I'll be honest. No, with Lena. So, what about Shurick? Looks like she was really worried about the fate of the Lost Pioneer. What's so strange about it? Peter can treat her work lightly, but it doesn't mean she is part of this person. He's okay. As okay as it could be in such a situation. That's good. Go to sleep now. Oh, go to sleep. I will. But Semyon is going to go like, wait, but... She turned the light quickly, showing that the conversation is over, and I couldn't ask anything. So, should I? That's why she didn't scold me. Still, Lena. What happened today? Thoughts slowed their pace before stopping completely. And now I know for a fact we are going to be stopping this video and saving. So, let's go ahead and save. There we go. Save game. Yes, I want to overwrite that save. So, yeah. I will see you guys next time. So thank you for watching. Peace. In the summer. Oh, alright then. Eat. However, there wasn't much left to eat. The cutlet was missing from the plate. Only she could do it. No, more precisely, none but Olana could do it. How do you know, though? Fine. Move it. Give me back my cutlet. In a big family, you snooze, you lose. It can cost you a cutlet if you're careless.